Hey there, this is Malorian, and this is going to be a Warhammer Fantasy Battle Report. 2,500 points. If you hear some crazy noises, that's because there's 4 kids running around. But this is going to be my Goblins, no orcs, and I'm going to be trying out, first of all, this little cave squig that I just painted up the last paint-a-sode. So sorry if I didn't get to show it to you, but here it is here. And then I also have Skarsnik here. So he's not fully painted, but he is here, and I got the hope that it's going to work out. We got dawn attack, so my left flank, I'm going to have my 2 doom divers. Then in my center, you can see all the goblins I have. I have 2 squig herd hordes on the left. I have 2 big blocks of 80 night goblins. One of them has short bows, the other one has spears. Both of them have nets and a banner. In the middle there, I have 50 night goblins. They are going to be having a full command. They have nets. All those units have 2 fanatics. And in there, I'm going to have 2 big bosses of great weapons, and my BSB, Night Goblin BSB, with the leadership banner, and Skarsnik. And then I have 4 great weapon heroes there for the right unit, and then there's my Cave Squig. And then finally here on the right flank, I have another Rock Lava. So on his left flank, he has his converted up corpse cart. And then he also has a big, huge unit here of skeletons, and the green guy in the front is actually a Master Necromancer. Then he also has a little unit of the ghouls that's actually just in a conga line, and he has a vampire in there. This is also his center here, showing off, well, on also the right, where he has the dire wolves, a unit of black knights with a mounted vampire, and then a big, huge unit of the crypt horrors, and then also a mortis engine in the back. So overall, we got lots of terrain here. We got 2 settlements. The one that's closest to me has the stubborn building there beside it. The one on the left is the one that has the wizarding tower. The Carnell pit is there on the left, or Charnel pit, however you say it. Another building there, magic circle here on the right, and at the top right there we also have the Sinister statue, but we don't even bother rolling for it all game because it soon doesn't become any importance on the game. Now, looking at this is pretty bad for my opponent. Breaking up his army like this meant that, you know, a lot of his stuff is away from his general, so it can't march, and really just breaking up the way that he normally breaks up and plays the list. Inside the tower, I forgot to say, he also has 10 skeletons. So looking at this, the whole plan is to kind of shoot down what I can for the larger stuff, especially his knights, try and kill him and the vampire, and then really never engage those crypt horrors. Just send up the heroes, flee, rally, and deny them the whole game. So he has the vanguard, and he comes up here, and then for my first turn I have some animosity, and it's not really anything too bad, but the biggest thing that happened here is I finally get to use my little bound item. You roll a double 6, and with my irresistible force, shot 1 dog. So not really worth the item. Otherwise, I was able to destroy the mortar's engine, only kill 1 of the knights, and do 3 root wounds to the corpse cart and destroy the dogs. So not too bad. I also have a fireball ring on the cave squig, but really the way that things lined up, he doesn't have anything to do, so he's just going to kind of hop around. His turn, he goes and he tries to throw a purple sun at me, but he just rolls a 2, and it just doesn't get to me, so kind of got lucky there. Otherwise, this is what it looks like. So, I mean, like I said, you can't really march. And what he does, one of the things that, well, here's a good move, is that his skeletons went and they moved up and had that building there so that my squig herd is on the flank, but they can't charge because the flank is covered by the building. So that's kind of sneaky there. But he also goes and reforms his knights to be a single rank. And in doing so and looking like that, last turn he was out of range of my Doom Divers, and now he will be in range of the Doom Divers. So, well, I'll take it. So on my turn here, you can see I went after the knights. I killed a couple of them with Doom Divers, landed a rock on the head of the vampire, did 1 wound. So that was a little bit unfortunate. Otherwise, yeah, pretty much just kept on shooting and trying to destroy stuff, going after and trying to finish the corpse cart, but that didn't work. And at this point here, yeah, just trying to put a little bit of pressure on the Master Necromancer, because that's the general. And yeah, just sitting back and shooting. So his turn here, he gets off a Curse of Years, kills off 7 guys. And over here, he also gets then a miscast and does the one other wound to kill the vampire and kills another one of the knights. Now there's just one of these black knights left. So otherwise, you can see the skeletons came out of the building. He's trying to advance and move up, but it really hurts where he can't march with the stuff on the right, and things are really awkward with all the buildings and stuff there, so he's just not really in a good spot. So my turn over here, I get some animosity. The one on the left had to charge, and I failed the charge, and the one on the right just had to move up, so not really what I wanted, but it's not too bad. And then after, this is what it looks like here. So I'm just going to keep on shooting. I was really trying to get the other solo vampire, but unfortunately, even though I killed almost all the ghouls, just could not land a rock on his head. They just kept on scattering off. So whatever, that happened. Also couldn't finish off the last knight there on the right. And then otherwise, I move up my 2 heroes to go and double flee from the Cryptors. And so that's what happens. He charges the first one, I flee, and then he actually fails his redirect test. So he's just kind of stuck there. He then also does a big, huge purple sun, and this one went the full 30 and killed tons of guys. This is where I start to really appreciate that Skarsnik has initiative 5, but yeah, could have been a lot worse. Killed a couple of heroes here too, so that's a little bit bad, but not too bad. So otherwise, it looks like this. You can see his skeletons are now coming up to fight. Normally, I'd just say get in there and kill them, but he also got off the big, huge bubble for Soul Blight, 24 inches. So yeah, with that, the big thing here is that now if I want to go into that squig herd, I'll be only strength 4, and I'll be only toughness 2. However, killing his general could be really nice. So, but otherwise, things are still going to plan. His other vampire joined into now that skeleton unit, which is in Congo line. He got off an invocation bubble that raised up a couple more knights and some ghouls. But yeah, I'm still looking fairly good. So on my turn, I decide, well, let's go after this. His Master Necromancer must have something good because he wouldn't be in the front otherwise, but I figure it's worth a shot. I always have another Squidward Horde if this fails. And I do kill the Master Necromancer. He had 4+ ward, but luckily I still was able to do enough to kill him. Then he killed tons of my guys, like 18 of my guys he killed back. So I lose, I explode. I kill the rest of the skeletons that the vampire was in. And yeah, you know, that's not too bad. Kill the general, don't have to worry about the death magic anymore, and I can always finish things off here with the Squig Herd. So otherwise, it looks like this. Yeah, I moved up another guy there to go and double flee from the Crypt Horrors, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Shooting really did not do too much here. Brought him down to 1 knight again, but that's really it. So on his turn, he charges here. I flee, and he's only like leadership 5, but he gets it for the redirect. And I flee again, but if you see there, I didn't get away. So it's not super bad, but it means that he's going to go and be able to kill this guy. So that's what he does, comes up and kills him. Over here, charges with the skeletons and the vampire, but because of that, I send out these fanatics and doing so a way that he actually lands on both of them coming in. And yeah, he loses this vampire, who had just become the general again after crumbling. So yeah, he's going to crumble again. He's going to have no wizards or anything now. And then we also remember that we have to do the fanatics on this side. Hit him with 2, he lands on 2, and kill a bunch of guys. And at that point, we decide to call it, because really, now my Squig Herd was just going to destroy the skeletons. I was just going to make it so those Crypt Horrors would never get into combat. And that was really it. So overall, it went fairly well for the Goblins. The whole thing with Skarsnik, I mean, I didn't roll any 6s to make a unit start off the board. That could have helped. But otherwise, you know, the whole thing where, you know, he has his little bound item, it's cute, but it's not really all that great. He also had the thing where guys get to move after they rally. But, you know, to do the same thing, I just need 2 more heroes. And, you know, Skarsnik is 275 points. 2 more heroes are less than 70 points. So, I mean, I could have just taken a level 4 and 2 more heroes. But, hey, you know, Skarsnik is neat, and I'll definitely be trying him out again. The Cave Squig, unfortunately, this wasn't a good outing for him because the way it worked out. There's no way he's going to take on a whole horde of Cryptors by himself. But yeah, it was fun to get these guys on the board, and interesting to see how it actually can work out in plan in the actual field, as opposed to just theory hammer. So there you have it. Hope you guys like watching, and we'll catch you later. Bye.